Okay, so what's up, guys? There's a bunch of stuff going on right now within the Black Ops 4 Zombies community. Obviously, the past couple of weeks have been pretty hectic. So many glitches and bugs and Easter egg, just things going wrong. It's been pretty crazy. Obviously, we have some more stuff. This is pertaining to leaks. Someone was fired from Treyarch, okay? And there's a bunch of controversy behind that. So we're going to go through that whole situation here. And obviously, what that means for us, what that means for stuff getting leaked, potential DLC being leaked, potential, unsolved Easter egg steps, a bunch of different stuff is going to come out of this huge thing here. So definitely stick around for that. I also want to touch upon, I'm going to go through this first at the beginning of the video very quickly, the whole black market situation. The links will be down in the description below to the Reddit post we're going to be talking about. I obviously want to give credit to the people, that are actually doing this stuff, especially the guy that was actually fired from Treyarch, because it does suck, obviously being fired from Treyarch and what happened there. But let's get into this here. If we can go for 50 likes, that'd be greatly appreciated. And let's get started. So first thing here, the black market situation very quickly. Obviously, we've been talking about this for the past couple of weeks. It's a huge issue. I mean, look how many upvotes it has on Reddit. A lot of people, have a problem with this here. We want black market progress. Did they think people wouldn't play all three modes? Okay, so this is what he says. I cannot believe they didn't take into consideration the people that play all three modes. I want to play zombies, but with how long it takes to tier up, I just can't play zombies because I want to get the ICR tier 200 variant. And obviously, if you're playing zombies and you're spending all of your time on zombies, none of that playtime or experience is going to go towards tiering up in the black market system. So there's pretty much almost no point in playing zombies. This is me talking now, by the way. But there's no point in grinding zombies when you're not going to get anything out of it if you want to grind these tiers. There's absolutely no point. They're almost making it, and they're almost incentivizing players to not play zombies. Zombies is probably arguably the biggest game mode, at least at this point, for Treyarch. One of their biggest selling points. Not saying Blackout's crazy, not saying multiplayer is good in this game, because they're both solid game modes, but zombies is the main point for a lot of people. It's a huge deal, and the fact that it's not part of the Blackout system, and the fact that you can't even earn anything from playing zombies just doesn't make any sense, and so many people agree with this. Definitely let me know in the comment section below what you think about this. What do you want them to change? I'm not gonna make this video all about Blackout, but there's so much I can talk about this because it's such a simple issue they can fix, and they're not fixing it. It just doesn't make any sense, I don't know. So we'll go through that in a different video. I just want to touch upon that because it's a reoccurring event that they're just not changing. So let me know your opinions in the comment section below. But now let's move on to the whole Treyarch employee being fired. And this is more about zombies specifically and stuff being done, with actual zombies Easter eggs being leaked. So let me go through what this guy says, and then we'll talk about the potential Easter eggs that could be leaked. There was already an Easter egg leaked from this situation, or I guess, leaked and then solved. So let's go through that as well. Fired from Treyarch Zombies Easter egg team today. Ask me anything. So he's just going straight out and just saying, you know what? Ask me anything. I was just fired. I don't care anymore. So pretty much worked on the Black Ops 4 Zombies Easter egg QA team until today. I can talk about anything regarding maps that have already been launched, discovered Easter eggs for zombies, existing bugs, or anything Black Ops 4 or Treyarch related. So I've been posting this because attention needs to be brought to how badly the QA department is treated. Okay, so this is actually very interesting here. So it was recently a Reddit post mentioning Treyarch's QA employee reviews. Well, they're 100% accurate to this day. I was literally just fired 2 years after working there. I'm not going to go through specifically went down here. I was on my second shift. We were scheduled from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. today, lunch break at 5 p.m. Third shift was coming at 3 p.m. So we were told at 5 p.m. we can take a break, or 5 p.m. that we can go on break at 6. So he went on break at 6, and then he returned back, and he was fired because apparently, he wasn't supposed to go at 6, even though they told him they were supposed to go at 6 to 7 for their lunch break, and he was fired without any opportunity to defend himself or explain himself, and they just sort of got rid of him. And then he's also saying that they wouldn't let him get back in to his office to get his personal belongings, and it just seemed like such a weird thing. They called security on him. Look, obviously I like Treyarch. I think they make good video games, but this doesn't sound right. This doesn't sound fair, and I don't know. Well, whatever goes on there, that's obviously none of my business. But it doesn't really seem right from the sound of it. But anyway, he pretty much goes on to say that he has pretty much all the information that he can sort of obtain right now. Obviously, I don't know if he has the files left over or if he's just going based on memory, but he obviously worked on the game for 2 years, so he has a lot of knowledge of what their plans were, how the development went, all the different Easter eggs, especially focusing on the 4 maps we have right now. And moving forward with that, he can solve a lot of stuff for us. And going through the comments here, there's obviously a bunch of things here. This got confirmed. The rest of the steps for the Viking boat Easter egg on 9 and the Crooked Man audio quotes for Samantha on Classified. So obviously he's legit. He, officially leaked out steps for those little Easter eggs and audio quotes and stuff, and came out to be true. But yeah, that's pretty much that here. So we're going to get a bunch of things here. I don't know if he's going to respond to everyone's questions here, because obviously, he just can't get to everyone, and he probably doesn't have information on absolutely everything that we can possibly get, for Black Ops 4 Zombies, but he probably has an idea of a lot of different things that we've been sort of looking for. Now with DLCs, I don't think he has much information on DLCs. He probably will sort of, leak eventually some other DLC plans. This is a pretty big one. I'm going to make a separate video on this. Pretty much he says he's responding to someone asking about DLC maps. He's saying it's only currently planned to have 1 map per DLC. Nuketown may have its own release, but we haven't begun testing it yet. So there you go. That's almost pretty much confirming Nuketown Zombies is going to happen. Right now, it's currently planned that we'll have 1 map per DLC. I'll go through a separate video because there's a lot to talk about with how that might work. Currently planned isn't obviously confirmed, but that's like the sort of current track that they want to go on. But, we don't really know exactly if that's the case yet. And obviously, there's a lot to talk about with the Chaos, Ether storylines, how that's going to work, how they're going to tell those stories with only 1 map per DLC, if we're going to get more maps after that. So that's a whole other situation here. But other than that, he hasn't responded to much of the questions about people. Just they're asking different stuff. Any more from Easter eggs for free perks. Like I said, I'll probably do an update video once he responds to a bunch of these questions. If you guys have any questions about anything on Black Ops 4, zombies, Easter eggs, bugs, go to the Reddit post in the description below and ask on this Reddit post and ask him. This is the guy that worked at Treyarch. He obviously knows, so you're gonna get some decent information if you ask anything. But right now, again, looking through a lot of these, there's just, he hasn't really responded too much yet. But pretty much this guy is going to be, potentially a huge source for solving a bunch of stuff for us. And, it could be cool. Going through here, a lot of these questions, when will DLC 1 be released? Like, that doesn't really matter. Release dates on factions, talking about potential release dates and development updates on the new game modes. Like they said, they're going to have grief in this game and all those other different things. A lot of the other zombie elements that they sort of teased at the reveal back in May, and also just throughout the development of Black Ops 4 that they slowly teased, a lot of stuff that wasn't in Black Ops 3 that they just didn't work on, and they wanted to save it for Black Ops 4 for it to be more finished, like those game modes, like those factions, and like that different stuff. He's going to give us more updates on that. Specific Easter eggs, I think we're almost done with the Easter eggs. There's still a ton of Easter eggs here, and I'm not so sure if he's going to reveal, like, a lot of the crazy hidden Easter eggs, like, on these different maps right now, the ciphers, whatever still is there. There's a bunch of different things here. 5th map while mapping out the API for Black Ops 4, this guy talks about. I don't really know. That's something else. I don't know if he knows any information on that. And pretty much blue screens. Again, guys, if you have any questions, comment them down in that Reddit post about anything for this game. I feel like he's gonna know a bit less with DLCs just because if you work at Treyarch, look, here's the thing, if you work at Treyarch and you're developing, you're obviously gonna have an idea of what the plans are. It's not like they're given these maps and they're just like, okay, we're not gonna tell you about our plans for the rest of the DLCs. You guys are just gonna work on 9 and then we'll reveal to you what you're going to be doing, and then you have 3 months to go and just start developing, you know what I mean? So that's obviously not the case, especially with, what was it, Revelations? Didn't they make Revelations like way before it actually released? They had Revelations ready for a while, so they may have these DLCs already developed. They may be working on different stuff. They may be working on DLCs out of order. Like, we don't really know how they're developing, so this guy could actually know a bunch of information for the future that we're not even thinking about yet. We can't even comprehend what this guy may know. So again, let's just keep an eye out. That's pretty much it. He hasn't responded to anything, so I can't really go through anything else within this video. And that's it. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, Let me know what you guys think about this video. If you guys are watching at the end of this video, leave a comment below. BO4, okay, so I can see the accounts that watch the whole video. It's greatly appreciated. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later.